a philosophy that started around the 3rd century BC. So this is like 300 years before Jesus. There was a philosophy called Stoicism. The Stoics. The Stoics believed that the highest virtue you could have was knowledge. For you to know all the answers, right? And they were obsessed with knowing all of the things. But in that, they also believed that whatever God there was, whatever God that existed, it had to be an apathetic God. It couldn't be a God with feelings. It could not be a God with emotions, because that is a vulnerable God, right? That is a God that doesn't obviously know everything, or they would not be upset about anything, because they know it all. I always go back to Genesis. I feel like Mom always tells me, you can't preach a sermon without talking about Adam and Eve. It's really true. But when you go back to Genesis 2, how were we created? We were created in his image and his likeness. Well, we got emotions. We got some big emotions sometimes. We got all kinds of emotions. To think that the Lord God that created us in his image and likeness would not is pretty crazy. We didn't come up with this on our own. And it definitely, if you ever see those pictures of Jesus, there's not any in here, are there? Where he's like got a lamb, very serious. But if you were ever in my office at church, I have my favorite picture of Jesus is he is throwing his head back laughing, cackling at something. That's who God is. He's a God of laughter. He's a God of comedy. He's a God of compassion and grief. We were made in his image. We don't have perfect feelings. We don't have perfect emotions, but he does.